So anyway, this is Operations Officer Windfall. I'm actually in Virginia right now. I'm so happy to be back in Virginia. Anyway, and I went to Tennessee first, but then I went to Virginia. I like Virginia. So anyway, one thing that really bothers me is this artificial distinction between men and women. This is totally unacceptable. And there's this idea that the stars evidently control destiny, right? And there's this weird movie that men are from Mars and women are from Venus or some bullshit. That's just bullshit. I mean, really. And then there's also this film called Easy Rider, which is a really good movie. And anyway, the lawyer that works for the ACLU, I like the ACLU, except for the fact they let all these motherfucking criminals away, get loose. These terrorists, they should just kill them all. Kill all those motherfuckers. I know, but there'd just be more of them. It's like a bad weed. Well, that's another movie, Weeds. Very good movie. Nick Nolte. So, to try to get, closer and closer and closer to the actual topic of this film. The actual topic of this film is the fact that when I was watching the Godfather movie, not the first one, not the second one, not the third one, maybe the fourth one, the last one, there was this idea that people could hurt the Pope deliberately, poison the Pope, and then have a new Pope. So, I don't want the Pope to get hurt because I love the Pope. Anyway, that's what happened. And so there was this other film, which is very interesting. It's called Widowmaker, something or other. And it's a very good film. But anyway, what you have is bulletproof glass that's in the submarine, and then it's so strong it can withstand a thermonuclear explosion. I mean, you could have a sub that's designated Widowmaker, which is actually a really powerful ballistic missile carrier sub, and you could actually surface rapidly, very rapidly, right up, and then when you have it right up there, you could drop right back down, and they could throw out their missile. Anyway, and the missile goes whee, right? And there was another movie called Northern Exposure, which is a really good movie. It was about this criminal, this felon, sort of like me, who actually decides to fling with a catapult a piano. He does it, and he does a good job of it because he had to use the old-fashioned catapult. Now you can use like almost anything for a catapult. I mean, it doesn't require like a lot of technology. I mean, I could take a tree. Oh, that's a little good movie. There's a movie, I can't remember who it was, but in Africa, the Africans, that is the black people, so to speak, would capture people like whites, and then it would take 2 trees down, maybe 4 trees. Yeah, 4 trees. And then they would string them up to the tree, and then they let the tree loose, and then they would split the person apart, like that, right? And so what you got to watch for, and what you got to watch for really, is a very, very simple solution. If I have like when I was in Boston once, I was watching the rain come down with such vigor that literally the manholes literally exploded with water, whoosh, right up, shoot up like a geyser. And then what happened was, I'm watching these geysers go whoosh, straight up, and I was scared because I said, man, and it was so terrible. And I ran into the VA. I went into a place where I wasn't supposed to be. Oddly enough, I got in there because it was like coming in at a time when they weren't really thinking about me coming in there. Anyway, but just what you got to watch for. You got to watch for a geyser. I mean, you got to watch for a sudden rush of air or water that drives something straight up. If not straight up, sort of at a trajectory that might make it hit you in the head. Like, if, for instance, if you were an asteroid and you were flinging, you're sizzling through space, 155 millimeter cannon, for instance, shell, tactical nuclear weapon, and then you had a 2 or 3 kiloton yield, but probably you really want something more, a little better enhanced, 400 kilotons, because that'll really rock your boat. And speaking of rocking my boat, I once had too much sugar in me, and then I fell down. And then what happened is, so watch for something that looks like it's innocent. It's not innocent. And especially don't look at people's eyes. My friend said, look at their hands. Don't look at their eyes. Don't look at what they're looking at. Just look at their hands. And sometimes it's good to look at their feet. That's the thing. When Jim Brown, the famous football player, would run, he would point his feet in the direction he would run, and the opposition knew it, but they couldn't stop him. He was unstoppable. And there was Under the Onion Tree. That was a good movie too. And there is President Obama giving the State of the Union address on February 12th, 2013. I am so pleased. I'm back in Virginia. I'm not too far from where he's at right now, because, Virginia's not too... Northern Virginia is where I'm at. It's not too far from where the president is. I love President Obama. He's so nice. He will save the country, and he might save the world from oblivion and abomination and Armageddon. If we can just keep him alive. And that's my goal, to keep the president happy and alive. Yes. The eyes are shining now. So anyway, long and short of it, a film treatment that I just invented saw sort of like a Mars attack. But what happened was this craft that sort of flung a very, very small, sort of like basketball, right up into the air. It had a nuclear warhead in it. And it blew up and killed everybody during the State of the Union address in 2021. A woman was president. Hillary Clinton was president, I think. Or maybe it was me. I could be president. Even though I'm a felon, I could still be president. But anyway, long and short of it, watch their hands. Watch their hands. Don't watch their eyes. Don't watch their faces. Don't watch their expressions. Watch their hands. You got that? Watch their hands. Just watch their goddamn hands. I'm telling you this because it's important. Because this is going to be a really good film. It might win an Academy Award.